Based on the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, individuals have the right to free speech. However, this right is not absolute and can be limited in certain circumstances, such as when it poses a threat to public safety or national security. In the case of the NBA, they are a private organization and not a government entity. As a result, the First Amendment does not directly apply to their actions towards players. However, players still have certain rights to free speech and expression under state and federal law. For example, the National Labor Relations Act, NLRA, protects employees' rights to engage in concerted activity for mutual aid or protection. This can include speaking out against unfair treatment or working conditions. In some cases, the NBA's punishment of players for their off-court activities or social media posts could be seen as a violation of their protected speech rights under the NLRA. Additionally, the NBA's broad definition of activities that are detrimental to the league could potentially infringe on players' free speech rights, depending on how it is applied. When analyzing legal cases and precedents related to free speech in the workplace, it is important to consider the specific facts and circumstances of each case. However, some relevant cases include Pickering v. Board of Education, which established a test for determining whether a public employee's speech is protected under the First Amendment, and Garcetti v. Ceballos, which clarified that speech made as part of an employee's official duties is not protected. The National Basketball Association, NBA, has routinely punished players for activities that are detrimental to the league. While the NBA has the right to protect its brand and reputation, in some cases, the punishment of players infringes on their constitutional rights to free speech. The First Amendment to the United States Constitution guarantees the right to free speech, which includes the right to speak out on matters of public concern, even if such speech is unpopular or controversial. The NBA's use of discipline against players who express opinions on social issues or political matters raises serious questions about the league's commitment to free speech and the right to express dissenting views. In 2014, the NBA banned Los Angeles Clippers owner Donald Sterling from the league after he made racist comments in a private conversation that was recorded and later released to the public. While Sterling's comments were undoubtedly offensive and harmful, the decision to ban him from the league was widely criticized as a violation of his First Amendment rights. Similarly, in 2017, NBA player Enes Kanter was fined $25,000 for criticizing the Turkish government's treatment of its citizens. Kanter, a Turkish citizen, had been outspoken in his opposition to President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, and his comments drew the ire of Turkish authorities. While the NBA justified the fine by citing its rule against public criticism of other countries, many argued that Kanter's right to free speech had been violated. These cases, along with others, demonstrate the NBA's tendency to use discipline against players and owners who express opinions that are unpopular or controversial. While the league undoubtedly has the right to protect its brand, the First Amendment guarantees the right to free speech and prohibits the government from punishing individuals for expressing their views. Do you agree with the NBA, or should the league's powers be challenged in federal court? Like and subscribe.